We still sin against God. And when we do, we grieve Him. We strain our relationship with Him. And therefore, we need this daily relational forgiveness from our Father. Jesus gave us a wonderful illustration of this in John chapter 13. You remember He washed the disciples' feet. He came to Peter, and Peter was like, "Oh no, Lord, you can't wash my feet." That seemed like a pretty reasonable response, didn't it? But in verse 10, Jesus said, "If I do not wash you, you have no part with me." He swung it from the natural to the supernatural, from physical cleansing to spiritual cleansing. So Peter said, "All right, Lord, then wash not only my feet, but also my hands and my head. Wash everything." And then in verse 10, Jesus says this, John 13:10. "He who has bathed needs only to wash his feet." That is a profound illustration. Very profound. In the first century, when you took a bath and then walked to your friend's house for dinner, in your sandals, in the hot Palestinian desert, your feet would get pretty dirty and stinky. And so it was pretty customary that in the first century, if you were a guest in someone's home, that a slave, or maybe even the host himself, would wash your feet because they would stink from the walk over. You wouldn't need another bath. You would simply need your feet washed. That is a brilliant illustration by our Lord. The bath is compared to justification. That is a once and for all event. You have been forgiven of your sin through the bath of justification once and for all. You don't need another bath. But as you walk through the desert of the world, your feet become dirty and stained with sin. And so you need your feet washed, as it were. You need to regularly confess your sin and receive that daily relational forgiveness from God.